You may be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Powe versus Tarver.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Ms. Powe, you've petitioned the court for a paternity test to prove to Mr. Tarver that he is your 19-month-old son, Joe Sean's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Tarver, you say your defense in court is simple. You are not Joe Sean's father, and you will prove that today.
Without a doubt, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Powe, so he's done nothing for this little boy, nothing at all?
No, Your Honor, he ain't did nothing. He ain't bought him a diaper, he ain't bought him a shoe, he ain't bought him a shirt. He don't do anything for my son.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious. He don't do anything for him. He call him once in a while, that's it.
That's not I don't call him every day. I don't see him at least 3-4 times a week.
That's not being a father, Your
I don't call
Honor.
him every day?
No, you don't.
Okay.
Every time he asks, I let him see my son. If I have to go all the way to him, I take him to my son because I don't want my son without a father.
And you say he's denying him?
Absolutely. He's denying my son.
Not just denying him time and attention, but denying him, saying he's not his child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I get my son time and attention.
But you just deny that he's your child?
It was things going on. There's circumstances. I'm not just saying he's not my son. There's reasons, and she knows as well.
Please, elaborate to the court. What are those reasons?
I mean, we're young and we wild, you know, and we party a lot. And you know, there was stuff going on around them times involved in parties and sleepovers and just other people, period. And she have admitted in the past, but nowadays she'll say it's not true. So when you didn't leave me and go lay with somebody else?
No, I didn't.
The night that you told me you 5 blocks away, it took her 3 hours to pull up.
Where Mr. Tarver
5 blocks away, it took you 3 hours to pull up with 3 dudes in the car?
Mr. Tarver was when I got there.
5 hours.
The girl was
5 blocks
there.
away, it take 3 hours to pull up with 3 dudes in the car?
There was another girl there.
Okay.
He said he wanted to go to sleep.
There was no other girl there.
Asleep.
And did you not leave and go back and lay with him?
Yeah, absolutely I left, but I did not go leave and lay with another man.
All right, I need specific stories. What happened?
Well, Your Honor, when she first got pregnant, she came and told me she was 2 months pregnant. And time went on, about 2-3 months had passed, and she come back and tell me she's 2 months pregnant.
He's lying,
again.
Your Honor.
You didn't come back. You didn't come back when you was supposed to be 4 months and you was 2 pregnant.
Can I talk? Your Honor, I went to the doctor. I went to Planned Parenthood, the clinic, and I got a pee test done. And the lady asked me when was my last menstrual cycle. I gave her a date, and she went off the date based
So it's 2 months off?
when I told. Please,
2 months off?
please, let me talk.
Not a couple weeks, 2 months?
Can I talk? Can I talk? Your Honor, I got into some things, and I ended up having to go to the hospital, and they actually did an ultrasound on my baby and told me that I was only 6 weeks. I told Mr. Tarver.
But when you first came, you said you was 2 months.
Probably a week later.
But this was 2 months after you told me you was 2 months.
I never told you 2 months. I told you when I found out
the first day
same
you came in, you didn't say you was 2 months?
No, I did not.
Ms. Powe, I want to be clear.
Yes.
You do admit that initially you told him you were 2 months pregnant.
Based on what I told the doctor and what was wrote on the paper, yes, from Planned Parenthood.
Okay, so when you first got the urine test,
yes,
you were given that you were approximately 8 weeks.
Right.
2 + 2.
And then how long after that particular appointment did you have to go for the ultrasound?
It was probably like a month later.
At least 2.5 months.
It was a month later.
At least
So a month later, you went for an ultrasound.
Yes.
And they told you you were only 6 weeks.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did
it don't add up.
Mr. Tarver go to any of the doctor's appointments with you?
No, he did not. He didn't go.
There was one
doctor's appointment with me.
May I speak now? May I speak?
You didn't let me talk?
Okay, both of you, just one at a time.
Well, Your Honor,
I want to understand
There was a situation in which she told me she had to go to the doctor. This is around when she first got pregnant, but I think it was before she came back with the 2 + 2 situation.
He's lying, Your Honor. I was like 4 months pregnant when he claimed he went to the doctor with me.
2 + 2, whatever she got.
All right.
But
go ahead.
She tell me she needs to go to the doctor, so I tell her I'll go with her. We go to the doctor, and we get to the doctor. The doctor say they closed and they moved. They've been gone for a minute. And she's telling me, even though they said they've been gone 3 months, she was in this doctor 2 weeks ago. How does that make sense?
So the doctor's office says she was there 2 weeks ago?
No, she said she was there 2 weeks ago. When we get to the doctor, there's a sign on the door saying they moved to another address 3 months ago.
They was at
3 months ago.
Boy, they was
3 months ago.
Lunch.
Now they was at lunch. No, we went to lunch. We ain't go to lunch. They ain't go to lunch.
You're saying the doctor's office was not closed?
No, I was
there was no doctor's office.
And you're saying
there is no doctor's office.
There's a sign on the door.
It was in the building. It was in the building. It wasn't no doctor's office. It was a building, and there was a suite in the building. And they said a sign on the door that we're at another address and it was dated 3 months before this.
So when you read that,
when I'm like, I'm telling her at the time, this isn't a doctor. That's when she argued me. I was in there 2 weeks ago. They're not closed. I was in there.
They gave me my whole preliminary. How was the doctor leave, Joseph? Somebody
Come on, you found
an
an empty building.
Please, knock it off.
What do you think her motive was here?
She didn't believe I was going to go to the doctor appointment.
Okay.
And then when I told her, and it wasn't no doctor's appointment, she tried to make it seem as if there is one.
So, Ms. Powe,
yes, ma'am.
Was Mr. Tarver there the day you gave birth?
Yes, he was.
I had to sign the birth certificate?
No, he told me he
Because
did
you
not
didn't
want
want me
to
to,
sign.
'cause you didn't want me to.
No, he did not sign the birth certificate. He said he didn't want his name on nothing. Don't give my son his last name because he didn't want me to put him on child support. That's what he told me, and he left.
No, she told me
After
she wasn't
my
giving
son
him
was
my name because she don't like me. I named him.
Boy,
I named him.
so why wouldn't I give him your last name if I let you name him? That
I
don't even
wrote
make
the whole
sense.
thing down. Why would I write down, give him
You
my
said
name and
do
my
not
brother name
give-
together
he
and
said-
not give him my last name?
You said do not give him my last name
I
because
wrote it
I
down
don't
and
want you to
left.
put me on child
She
support.
wanted me to leave because she was on the phone with her boyfriend. Nothing to say now?
A mess.
It got quiet in here.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. You said you wanted this child to have your last name.
I named him.
Lying.
I named
He's
him.
lying.
Mr. Tarver, why would you name the child and want him to have your last name if you didn't believe you
That
were
was
the
your child.
biological
That
father?
was-
I'm not
Boy.
saying I don't want him to be mine. Why play this role if this not what it is?
Did you have doubts when you were naming him? And
Of course.
you did.
All the time he used to tell me, I know that's my son. We young, we dumb.
We were just passing time.
Yeah.
We was
young
passing
and we
time.
dumb.
Hold on.
know
I was
that's
telling
my
her what she
son.
needed. It was cold, it was winter.
Boy,
Come down the
please.
street. I'm gonna get you
Boy,
down
please.
here. We gonna have
Boy,
a good time.
please.
We're gonna be warm together.
For a whole year,
It was
Your
a
Honor?
year? It was a year?
Yes.
We were never together.
Oh,
we was
come
just
on,
cool.
Joseph, we was never together.
You
So
wouldn't
why
leave.
Why you was telling me you left
You
me?
wouldn't leave.
I wouldn't leave?
You wouldn't
So why
leave.
you
All
talking
right,
about
Mr. Tarver,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to better understand your doubt. You've brought a witness. Please join me up here. Come sit at the witness stand. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
State your name for the court.
Rosie Jones,
Ms. Jones, you are
his fiance.
Mr.
That's
Tarver's fiance.
Y'all some
Yes.
clowns.
Let's
Shout
be
out.
respectful.
Please.
So, ma'am, what do you know about this situation?
To be honest, they say that it's multiple people was claiming her baby at the
Girl,
time.
you don't
that
even
she
know
conceived.
me.
Be quiet. I'm talking.
You don't even know
All right,
me.
let's
So
get
how you
control.
gonna say anything?
Let's
Girl, I
get
heard many
control.
things about you too.
Let's
from
get
him.
control.
They're saying there's multiple people claiming her baby, which he also told
It
me
is.
the same thing.
Multiple people
Yes, and I
are
never
saying
even
that
knew her.
her child is theirs.
Yes. 2 other people.
Two
Two.
other people,
Yes.
particularly.
Yes.
And I got evidence, Your Honor, that she was dying to get pregnant.
Boy,
Let me
look
see
at
this
all.
evidence, Jerome.
Was this not on your? Did
Yes,
somebody
that
not
was
tell you?
on my
Over to your
Facebook.
podium, Mr.
That was
Tarver.
on my Facebook.
This evidence states,
Her status stated she's pregnant, and then a
aha,
comment.
finally, blank was dying to get pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor, that was my homegirl. She was playing on my status. She commented on my
It's a
status.
joke.
She was not the only person that commented on the status saying about me getting
And
pregnant.
not the only one that said you was dying to get pregnant.
Nobody
either.
wasn't dying to get pregnant by
Either,
you.
either,
I just
either.
happened to get pregnant by this.
But the point is, Mr. Tarver, just because even if she was dying to get pregnant,
You still laid down with me. You still slept with me every night, even though you didn't want me down here. You slept with me every night, more than one time a night.
well, he didn't deny that.
I mean,
Exactly.
So basically, you still could potentially be this child's father.
exactly. That's why we're here today.
Why do you believe he's denying this child?
I think he denying my child because of Rosie.
He didn't know if you was for sure. You didn't either.
I didn't know that
No,
was my.
you didn't
No.
But that was the only
didn't.
person.
No,
you
you
don't
didn't.
even know
You
me,
didn't
girl.
either. You didn't
Were
either.
you sleeping with anyone else?
No.
Yes.
No, I was
Yes.
not. No, I was
You
not.
didn't sleep with nobody?
No, I was not. The whole time we was together,
Miss
I
Powe.
was faithful to him.
Now,
he
Miss
was not
Powe.
faithful to me.
Mr. Tarver, do you have any other children?
Possibly.
Possibly. He's a
Possibly.
clown.
So there's another child
Yes, her
out
baby.
there.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who do you have a child with where you question the paternity?
Ms. Jones as well.
Ms. Jones,
Clowns.
Yes.
your fiance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me finish with this case first, and then I will deal with that one. What are your intentions here? Are you going to step up and
I've
take
been
care of the
stepping up,
child?
Your
No, you
Honor.
haven't. You
I've
ain't
been
did
stepping.
nothing.
She could come up here and play the role she want to play.
When you bought a diaper.
But she no.
When you bought a wipe. When you bought a shirt.
But
when you
when
bought
he
a
was
shoe.
born, when he was born, what he wears daily.
You didn't buy nothing for him when he was born.
All right. Ms. Powe, Mr. Tarver, the only way to end this shouting match, I think, is to have the results. Jerome?
Thank you.
We're going to remain in this courtroom respectfully.
Yes.
And I'm going to question Mr. Tarver and Ms. Jones further to see if I need to also order a DNA test on their child. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Powe versus Tarver, pertaining to 1-year-old Joshawn Powe, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Tarver, you are Joshawn's father.
Thank you.
That's what I wanted
Thank
to know.
you.
But that's what I wanted
Thank
as well. It's not like I was
Thank
saying
you.
I don't want him. I just wanted to be sure because as you can see,
You
she
was
admitted
sure.
some infidelity.
You was sure.
All right.
Many times you were sure.
You know what? Now you all just yelling because you just like to hear yourself talk. Because you're not saying anything. It's your child. You know now. You said you already been stepping up. Step up even further.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right? We have resources for you. You guys want to take advantage of them? I hope you do. Now, moving on to Mr. Tarver and Ms. Jones. So the child's name is
Rory,
how old?
1 year.
1 year? Okay. So why do you have doubts specifically?
Me and Rosie, we was actually a relationship. We exchanged Facebook and Instagram passwords, and I was logged on to her Facebook, and she was talking to her ex. We talked, she told him, "You gonna get me in trouble, but still pull up." And then a couple days later with her birthday, and I planned her a party, had our friends and everybody there, and she didn't show up because she was spending time with him.
I never knew about the party, and me and him was not even together no more.
We was.
So, Ms. Jones, do you admit that during the time you say maybe you guys weren't together, that you slept with your ex?
No, I did not sleep with anyone.
You did.
I mean,
And the
she
day
was with
that
him
he
4
said that I
years,
was
and
talking to
she
him
got
on
pregnant a
Facebook.
month after we got together. And
But
all
you
this-
were
these things are
intimate
going.
with her, right?
Sure was.
Me as well, yeah. She was still with her ex. At the party,
No, I was not.
At the party she threw, a mutual friend came up to me and told me that she was his girlfriend still.
So, Mr. Tarver, I
And she was pregnant
need
in
more
July.
tangible doubt.
Well, I mean,
He don't have any.
We black as Wesley Snipes. The baby look like Justin Bieber.
And how light is your mama? And how light is your sister?
A friend of mine, Cedric, I have a witness. We could call him. I have his number. Will tell you he called her coming out his house late at night. I could write it down for you.
Yes, I'd like to have it. Jerome, will you please get that information for me?
And his name is Mr. Parker.
You are so full of it, bro.
I just want the truth.
Mr. Parker.
Me too.
Mr. Parker.
Let's see if we can get Mr. Parker on the phone.
Hopefully.
Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Parker.
Guess who's calling?
This is Judge Lauren Lake from Paternity Court.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. I am here in the case of Powe versus Tarver. You know Joseph Tarver, do you not?
Yes, Your Honor.
He says you saw his fiance,
Oh,
Ms.
yeah,
Jones?
Rosie?
Yes. Now, before you get to this testimony, I have to ask you, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Well, I did see her coming out of his house. Well, one of my friends' house that stayed down the street from my granny. And you feel me? They was on the porch doing their little thing.
They were on the porch doing their little thing.
I saw them
Yes,
holding
no, he
hands
wasn't.
coming out the house and
Every
everything.
doctor appointment, everything.
I didn't
Mind
say
your
nothing at
business.
first.
We still
but
denied him.
Okay.
Girl, please.
Hello?
Quiet. Yes,
Hello?
sir. Proceed. I'm listening.
Yeah, so when I saw them coming out the house, at first I wasn't really tripping. I was like, okay. But then when I seen them doing all that other stuff, I'm like, wow. So then I called Joseph. He didn't really believe it, but had to do his own little homework. But he a good guy. I didn't feel like he deserved that.
So do you believe Rory, the little girl, is his child?
It's up for grabs because everything was happening. Him and Rosie was messing around. I saw that. and apparently he know other stuff about other dudes, so it's in question.
All right. Thank you very much for your testimony today. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
All right. With that said, I am going to order a DNA test to be performed as it relates to baby Rory. Mr. Tarver, Ms. Jones, I want you to leave this courtroom. I want you to immediately submit to the DNA testing, and we will return with the results. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jerome, please escort them out. Court is in recess. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. Court is back in session. Ms. Jones, Mr. Tarver, you did in fact submit to DNA testing, am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You all are engaged.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there's a lot at stake here.
Yes, Your Honor.
I think it's time for the results. Jerome? These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Tarver versus Jones, pertaining to 1-year-old Rory Tarver, it has been determined by this court, Mr. Tarver, you are Rory's father.
Thank you.
So you feel special?
And now we need to put differences behind us because we both got a child by him.
Absolutely.
So all that drama is unneeded.
Absolutely.
Well said. Mr. Tarver, you have 2 children now. You don't have any more time to be a young man, you're a man.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All of you need to continue to better yourselves for the sake of your children because they're going to need it. The court has resources for you. We wish you all the very best of luck. Court is adjourned.